reasons for that. First one being that I was actually traveling, and the second reason was we were so busy with our creation of the new platform for Road to a Million that it became almost impossible for me to take some time out for the update. But my promise to you guys that I'm going to be regular from now on, not only here but on Road to a Million platform as well. Because when we get to that update, I have some really exciting news that I want to share about Road to a Million Club and how that is coming about. And we are all so excited. I'm also recording this session now that we can actually post it later on our Telegram and on our Road to a Million and YouTube. As long as Facebook, so it's not going to be live session here, even though it's live now, but it'll be posted for viewing later for other members who don't have a chance to join us live now on other platforms. They can view this later. So that said, let's look at how we are performing on, especially my favorite one is the Road to a Million account. We started last month and we are almost 5,000 in profits so far. We're carrying a bit of a drawdown because of this latest liquidity crunch in the market. If as long, I'm sure you know, like forex market, it has a cyclical impacts, especially when it comes to vacation time. Anytime there is Christmas vacation, anytime there is summer vacation, all the traders, they go out of the market. They are on vacation. Not a whole lot of liquidity is there in the market. Only the wealth funds are there in the market to participate. But all the traders that provide that extra liquidity, so the bounce or the variations in or the amount of pips that are moved in a day, the bounces both down and up are on the extreme because of lack of liquidity. So now that happens in the month of July, August, to a certain amount extent in first week of September, but then things get normalized. It also happens in end of December when there is Christmas and New Year vacation time. So we are in that lull time where there's not a whole lot of liquidity, but that also provides us with a huge opportunity of making lots and lots of money. And that's exactly what we did. We are booking profit on a daily basis. Yes, we are running a certain amount of a drawdown. We are running, yes, we have quite a few orders open right now, but that is by design. And we are totally in control of that, and we are expecting our profits to reach or exceed above 10% for the month of July. So you're looking at this particular account. We started this account with 60,000 last month. Now we are almost touching 65,000, and we were doing some analysis internally, and we are expecting to reach about 90 to 95,000 on this account by the end of the year. And then the real fireworks will start when this account crosses 100,000. So the journey from 100,000 to a million is going to be explosive, and we are going to have loads and loads of fun on the way, and we are going to make lots and lots of money along the way, because this is not the only account that is on its way to a million. We have two other accounts, which is our Edge Forex account. Let's see what that is doing. Okay, so this particular account is at 12 and a quarter. So again, this is our main account. This is what we use to promote and for everybody to whoever is our subscriber, whoever we are managing their account. This is our account. This is our master account that we follow for everybody else's trading as well. So if you want to look at our performance over the years, over the last 3, 4, 5 years, this is the account you want to look at. We have a history here of over 1,260 days where we have accumulated over 47,000 pips with a percentage winning of over 80%. So that these stats, they speak for themselves. So now what we have done is we have taken this exact strategy and we have created a bigger account, and now all these accounts that we have, they are on the same path of going to $1 million. It's just that they're taking a different road. So we have a low road, we have a middle road, we have a high road. So the account that I was showing you guys earlier was the high road account. So let's look at that again. So this is the high road account where we started with 60,000, and we are also having a discussion internally. Maybe we need to have another account which is actually double this size. But again, that's not finalized. We will discuss that more internally, and I'll give you some more news on that maybe another week or 2 weeks. So just wanted to let you guys know that we are taking full advantage of the summer doldrums. We are making a whole lot of pips, and hopefully you guys are also following. If not, if we can do things differently, which we will be in Road to a Million, I'm more than happy to listen to you guys and to assist you guys to also make these pips and have this success, because I want everybody to win here. I want you guys to make loads and loads of money alongside with us, right? So because the pool, the pie is so huge, we're not looking at 100,000, we're not millions, we're not billions, we're talking trillions of dollars of trading happening every day. And we are talking such a minuscule amount that we actually take out in our profits on a regular basis. So there's enough for everybody to have, because 90% of the people participating in this marketplace are giving money to the 10%. And I want to make sure, because I know we're on the 10%, I want to make sure you guys are also part of that 10% when you guys are actually trading with us, especially on a Road to a Million Club. So I'm super, super, super excited about the Road to a Million Club, and I cannot wait to, be part of it on a daily basis, because I'm going to be live every day, multiple times a day. And I'll be telling you guys more about that when we get to the that update. So let's see what's next on the deck. Rate cuts and implication on Forex markets. All right, it's a very important thing to understand, because right now all we hear is rate cuts, especially in North America. Talk about Europe, talk about Asia, and what everybody is missing and nobody is paying attention is they're all talking about cuts. Okay, America is talking about cuts. Europe has already started. US has not started. Asia is talking about cuts. Everybody is talking about cuts. So they're all moving in the same direction. So all the rates are going in the same direction, which is lower. Some are going to be more lower than the others, but the direction is the same. Forex, guys, you should know, is a relative market. Forex is not a USD on its own. It's not a standalone market. Your Forex market is USD against Euro. But if, for example, we have the US rate is at 4.5% and Euro rate is at 2%. So if they both cut 0.25%, the differential between the two is still the same. All right. So nothing, as far as if we are comparing Euro to USD, nothing's really changed. So that rate cut doesn't really matter when we are actually trading Euro against the dollar. It matters a little bit seeing whose inflation numbers are higher, but that is secondary. That is always the case. But if both the currencies are cutting at the same pace, it's like two cars going at the exact same speed. Nothing matters. It doesn't really matter, because they're the exact same speed. Their relative value against each other is exactly the same. What matters is if one currency is raising the rates, other currency is dropping the rates, then the rate differential is increasing, is when it affects the Forex rates. So now what we need to look at is what currencies are going to be dropping rates at what pace. Euro and Swiss, they have already started cutting rates. Dollar hasn't. So that's why dollar is getting that extra bid. And also dollar has a higher interest rate offering compared to Euro and Swiss. So we at Forex are biased towards dollar because money goes where it's treated best. Right now it's treated best in the US dollar. So we still think dollar is going to strengthen in the medium to long term against all the other currencies, because it is going to be treated best in the US, because we are expecting the inflation is going to be the least in the US, and the positive interest rate, which is the difference between the inflation rate and the US rate, is going to be the biggest. In other words, you will get rewarded most if you're parking your money in the US relative to Euro or Swiss franc or GBP, or especially against Asian currency. Asian currencies are an absolute mess. Stay away from that. Stay with the the main big currencies. Stay with the European currencies. Stay away from the Asian currencies, guys. Do not trade Asian currencies. So that said, we just need to focus on who is cutting more aggressively and where money is treated the best. Right now, it's all about the US dollar. Is looking the best right now. Euro is looking very very bad in our opinion, and I think that recent bounce in euro has nothing but summer doldrums where there's not a whole lot of liquidity in the market. The interest rate decision were expected, and everybody piled up on the euro side. And then they came out and said that hey, they're not going to do anything with the interest rates, and then boom, it started to roll over now. So do not look into or do not read too much into these fluctuations, because if you look at euro chart, let's quickly look at the USD euro chart. I have the euro Mexican peso chart here. Let's go trading view. And I love trading view, guys. If you guys like charting, sign up for trading view. It's the absolute best. Come on. USD. All right, guys. So we're looking at the daily chart. So let me zoom into the chart a little bit. Remove drawings. So if you're looking at the chart for the last year now, it's not going anywhere. All right, guys, it's not going anywhere. So all you see is euro was a lot weaker a year ago, and it gained quite a bit, but for the last 7, 8, 9 months, it's just going sideways. And in my opinion, I think it's just going to go a lot lower. We are going to test the par again, and then we're going to go a lot lower in the long term. I don't know what's going to happen in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but in the long term, in my opinion, is going a lot lower. Just because I think US dollar is going to treat money the best. All right. So I think that's all I wanted to cover on the forex markets and interest rates. Just to keep in mind is if you really want to trade based on the interest rates, you need to look at who is cutting the most, will losing the most. Is whoever is making their currency the weakest is by cutting interest rates the most, will weaken the most. So right now, they're all cutting at the same pace. So it doesn't really matter. So let's go to our next topic for the day, which is Mexican peso. A couple of weeks ago, one of our listeners, Donnie, he requested, he wanted to talk about Mexican peso, and at the time, I didn't know much about, because we do not trade Mexican peso, and I never actually had a chance to look into Mexican peso. But over the last few days, every chance I get, and I started looking into Mexican economy, Mexico the country, their monetary system, and their social structure as to how things are operated in Mexico. And it's very very interesting. Like it has a lot of positives, few negatives, and it's a very unique country. It is, even though there is a whole lot of issues within the country as far as the violence is concerned, as far as social unrest and inequality is concerned, but as far as Mexico being interfering into other countries' businesses, is non-existent. It's one of the countries that mind its own business, and maybe they have their own enough issues internally. Maybe that's why, but they believe they believe, unlike the United States or Canada, live and let live. They do not bother anybody. They do not get into anybody's business, and which I really, really thought was unique when I was doing the research. Because I went through a lot of articles. I went through the articles around the latest elections, because politics obviously has a lot to do how the economics are going to work, especially in the election year, especially when there's a huge shift from fiscal responsibility to going the absolute opposite direction of fiscal spending and creating new social programs and all of that. So that's where the new debt is created, and as a result, currencies are weakened. And okay, so what makes Mexico a very very special case? And as a result, Mexican peso, this is written Mexican peso. I'm sorry, guys. My fault. It's Mexican peso. Okay, so what makes Mexico and Mexican peso so special? The biggest thing that I came away was how fiscally responsible as a country, as an economy, Mexico has been for the last decade and a half, especially when their debt to GDP ratio is less than 50%, where the US is 130%, Canada is 106%, Japan is 300 fucking percent. These are crazy numbers. These are unsustainable numbers. When you look at Mexico, they are at less than 40%, so 50%, they're actually at 40%. Their inflation rate, yes, it's double than the US, Canada, or the EU, but the interest rates are at 11%. So the real interest rates are positive. So anytime you're parking money in Mexican pesos, your money is actually appreciating in real terms. Now, what are the risks associated to Mexican peso? The biggest risk is the latest the latest general elections, where Claudia Sheinbaum was elected, and now she's an extreme left-leaning candidate who's going to come in and start all these social spending programs, whether it be social security, whether it be really advanced education, clean energy. Remember, guys, Mexico has one of the biggest oil reserves, and the new government, Claudia's government, they want to get away from fossil fuel. They want to get away from oil. They want to go towards renewable energy, and that is going to be a huge hit on the economy as a whole, and as a result, on Mexican peso in medium to long term. So let's look at how Mexican peso is looking on paper, in the chart. Here, looking at this again, we're looking at the daily chart on Mexican peso going back 4.5 years. And here is in a very nice downtrend, USD MXN. So in this way, Mexican peso is getting stronger against the US dollar. And it's been doing that for the last 4 years straight till the elections. Now, charts, that's the beauty of charts. They start telling you a story before the actual event takes place. Now, we love, as you guys know, we love divergence. So divergence started to happen right around July till the New Year's, right, where the price is going lower and the RSI has started to move up. So price is making lower lows, RSI has started to make higher lows. So that's telling me that, hey, it's time that price is about to move. So look at this beautiful downtrend. There's a trend line, and it actually broke that trend line right around the election time frame. So now what does that tell me? The new policies are coming in. They want to weaken the currency. They want to have the gap in Mexico between the rich and the poor is one of the greatest in the globe. So what they want to do is they want to reduce the gap. They want to tax the rich, kind of feed the poor. They want to introduce some socialist policies. And what does that do? Always weakens the currency. So this is going to Dani. Like, if you're looking for if you're looking for a long-term answer, like where Mexican peso is headed, I think Mexican peso is headed lower in the long term, medium to long term. Short term, I don't know. No, it's anybody's guess. Can it come down and retest this, strengthen and retest this trend line? Quite possible. When it does, actually, I'm going in. I'm going in long the USD Mexican peso. That means I'm expecting Mexican peso to weaken. Now, the other thing is, going long, we need to be extremely careful, is the swap charges. Mexican peso is paying 11%. US dollar is paying 4%. So there is an interest rate differential of 6% between the two currencies. So if you guys are if you're shorting Mexican peso, your account is being hit for that differential. So there is going to be a huge cost to hold that position in the long term. So keep that in mind if that's the trade you guys are taking. Yeah, but if you guys think Mexican peso is going to get stronger and you want to sell USD MXN, then you're going to make shitloads of money on the downside of the pair if the peso gets stronger, and you're going to make a lot of money on swap. So there's a chance that you'll make more money on swap than you actually make on the trade itself. So it's not as easy and straightforward as hey, Mexican peso is going to get weaker and I'm going to go long USD MXN and I'm going to make loads of money. No. Keep in mind, there is a lot of cost involved in holding that trade for the long term. And if you want to talk more about it, shoot me a message and I'll be happy to discuss that in a further detail. All right, guys. So let's go next again. Road to a Million Club. Guys, this is my favorite subject. I am so excited about it. This is the biggest thing that we have done ever. This is going to be a game changer. It is already a game changer for us because we are so focused. Now, because we want to offer so much, because we want to create so much content, because it's forcing us to perform the analysis, the kind of analysis, the in-depth analysis around our trading and around economy and around Forex like we have never done before. It is absolute game changer. It has every single one of our team members on their toes, working 16, 18, 19 hours a day. So when it comes out, it is going to be an absolute delight, because we are not only going to give you a lot of knowledge, we are only also going to show you how markets work. But the best thing is how we present it to you guys is going to be what I say bite-sized content. It is going to be 2, 3, 4 minute videos with explaining charts, and it's going to be in such simple and straightforward manner that it'll all make sense. The topics will be complex, but the way we are going to present, because we are putting so much time and effort into it, and coming up with the visuals and coming up with the charts and coming up with the scripts and everything, the way we are going to present, we are going to make things very, very simple for you. Because what I've seen is all the other guys who are charging you all that stupid money to train you guys on trading, how they do it. They do it by making things look complicated, making things look complex when they're actually not. Things are usually straightforward. I strongly believe in the concept of Occam razor, where the easiest and the most obvious explanation is often the right one. So keeping that in mind, we have created a lot of content, a lot of ideas around that concept of Occam's razor, and by keeping things simple. We are also going to introduce a new podcast where I am going to be talking initially about trading psychology and why traders fail, and what is it that we can do as Forex traders or traders in general so we are not part of that 90% statistic. So there's a lot of good stuff that's going to be coming in the upcoming weeks. We are in the final stages of testing, because like our Telegram channel, where we broadcast all of our trades on uh, Road to a Million Club, the platform is based on Discord. So we are going to have 3 or 4 or 5 different sections. So 3 sections are going to be for our 3 different roads to a million, where just like Telegram, we are going to be broadcasting every single trade of ours. And then you guys can come back and do a back and forth discussion around every single trade, which you can't right now on the Telegram channel. So we want to take that away. We want to have you guys participating on a one-to-one, have a discussion with each other, have a discussion with somebody like me or others in our group. So we want to open it up for everybody. And then other than those 3 channels where we have strictly trading related discussions, then we also have where we're discussing markets in general. We are discussing interest rates. We are discussing economic news. We are discussing politics. We're discussing everything that affects Forex market. So we are going to have a lot of discussions. It's going to be a community like no others, is what we are going to be working towards. We are working towards that. So I am very, very excited, and hopefully I'll have something to show you guys as soon as, I'm hoping next week, I'll have something to show you guys where we can actually start logging in, start communicating, and start building that community. We will be running a lot of ads on social media, and I would appreciate if you guys can also spread the word and show your friends that, hey, there's a lot of good stuff. And you know what? The beauty of it all is free. It's not going to cost you a penny. All right, guys. All I ask in return is participate. Read, participate, give me your feedback, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what others are doing wrong at H4X, and we will do everything to correct ourselves, to make things better for the community, because that's what matters to us is the community. Because as I said before, I want our accounts to reach $1 million, which I am 110% sure they will. And I want you guys to come along with it. All right, guys. So that is where I want us to be. And then once we are there, then that's it. That's it. We're done. I maybe we would decide what to do at that point, because that point is still a few years from now. But one thing is for sure, we are going to get there. And I want to bring as many people as possible, as many traders as possible along with me to that end goal. So spread the word around, guys, and then give me your feedback. What do you guys think? And that said, I'm going to open it up for questions. I'm sure, Donnie, sure you have a question or two.
Yes. Hi. Thank you for your insight on the peso.
Oh, you're welcome.
That really kind of really needed that to know, because I've been saving some money and now I know that I have to put it in dollars at least.
Excuse me, in the long term. Yeah. If you're, see, it's peso. As I say, I love it. Like, you guys have done a really good job over the last few years by not spending it crazy on social programs. See, yes, you guys have internal issues with security, the police and policing and everything. And yes, you guys need to spend money over there. But your social programs like they have in the US and Canada, and the way they're spending money over there is like there is no tomorrow. You guys are very fiscally responsible. But that changes now with Claudia on the stake in the charge. So you need to be a little bit careful about that.
All right. And I have a question about the gold.
Yeah.
Right there. It was going up and then suddenly just bounced down. Was it this week?
No, just today.
And now it's looking very bearish, right?
Here's to go. Gold is looking beautiful. Let me bring up the chart. 1 second. One second. Let me just bring up the chart. I actually did a piece on gold very, very recently. Put it on YouTube also. Here. Did you see this piece yet or no?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay. I did
the last thing I got, it was that going long on gold.
Yeah.
And well, I closed positions when I saw it on the 4-hour chart.
Yeah.
But it's been going crazy down.
It's going up. What are you talking about here? You're looking here. What you're looking here is a daily chart going back about 18 years. Okay, so it's going back to 2007, 2008. So now, if you look at the left side of the chart, are you able to see the chart, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see it. Oh, yeah, but you're seeing the daily chart, yes.
Yes. Okay, so you're looking at the left of the chart. Okay, it started its uptrend, like a crazy uptrend, right around late 2007. So around 2008 crisis, the financial crisis gave gold a huge boost. So the gold went all the way up to almost 2000. Okay, 18, 1900, 1900-ish. And then it started to consolidate. Okay, and then it had a consolidation of over 10 years of consolidation. And then it formed this nice semicircle, and then it created this flag, consolidation flag again. So it created this cup and handle, which is the most reliable formation that you can have in technical analysis and in trading. So now it's created a 14-year, 15-year cup and handle, and it's breaking out of that. So that breakout is not something that you want to take lightly. It's going to give you some crazy results. And that is exactly what it is in process of doing. So it's going up. All right, it went up to 24 and change, and then it started to consolidate. See, nothing goes up in a line, still a straight line. So now it consolidated sideways, and then it broke out of this pennant. Okay, so let me here. Okay, so it broke out of this pennant, and now it went up. It's at all-time high. It's overbought. So what it's doing is it's correcting right now, and I think it's going to come down to this trend line here, which is at another 15, 20 bucks or so. And then I think there are chances. 1 second. of it. Anyways, it's going to come out. It's going to go test the recent highs, which are the all-time highs. Going to correct again. It's going to make like something like a double top, correct again, and then going to shoot all-time highs again. And I think gold is just getting started. And that's, again, my opinion. I could be wrong in the very short term. I could be wrong in a, next week, 10 days, 2 weeks. But I am extremely confident by looking at the long-term chart where the gold prices are heading. And they're heading a lot higher. Let's put it this way. Gold is going to see, in my opinion, 3,000 before it would see 2,000. Hello? Are you there?
All right, that really clears the idea, because I just saw it like a few days going down, but maybe I should just keep buying, right?
That's what we're doing. Just keep buying. Only buy a little at a time, because this leg has a long way to go. This leg has a long way to go, guys. Everybody, and we are just getting started, because the consolidation, it was a 15-year consolidation that we are coming out of, and we are not going to end a 15-year consolidation in a 10% move or a 20% move. That's not how it works. A 15-year consolidation that where the high was 2,000 and the low was 1,100. All right. So the range of the consolidation is $900.
All right. Now I got it a lot more clear. Thanks a lot.
Than what you see right now. So yeah, so for the long term, I love this. I love this trade. All right. All right. Anything else you would like me to cover or answer, or anybody else? Any questions or concerns, or I would be more than happy to address. If not, I would like to wish everybody a great weekend, and I will be coming back with some great news around the road to a million club very, very shortly, guys. All right, guys. Thank you very much.